Federation of Automobile Dealers Association is seeing an improvement in consumer sentiment. It further expects the TAPSOPs rolled out in the interim budget to aid sentiment. However, it has expressed concerns over heavy inventory levels in the two-wheeler space. Let's discuss this in greater detail with Ashish Kale, the president of FADA. Ashish, thanks very much for taking out the time. Dwell a little bit more on this in terms of the increase in inventory, particularly on the two-wheeler segment, which has gone up, as well as for passenger vehicles. I mean, while there are signs of some bit of recovery, these inventory levels being at elevated levels don't really assist much.
Hi, good afternoon. Inventory levels of passenger vehicles have reduced post December schemes that were launched. Inventory levels in passenger vehicles and commercial vehicles were a concern at the start of December. But due to regulated supplies from the manufacturers and good retail numbers that you can see, they are now at a moderate level. Two-wheeler still continues to be under huge pressure. The inventory level is almost at double than the normal level. In the month of December, we had seen a huge degrowth two-wheeler retails compared to the November numbers. And even in January, if you can see, the growth is at 4%, which I don't think is something we can cheer about, coming after a degrowth of 18%. So two-wheeler retails are still under stress, and the supplies have not been regulated as were done by the passenger vehicle and commercial vehicle manufacturers. So yes, dealerships of two-wheelers are facing a stock situation at a high level.
Do you see, any measures being taken by the manufacturers now to moderate the supply and the stock that dealers already have till they actually start churning the stock?
So we are in discussions with the OEMs and also with SIAM, which is the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers. Through our press release also, we have appealed to the OEMs to regulate supplies, because a high stock situation is not beneficial to both of us, to the manufacturer and to the dealer. The dealer definitely bears the brunt of the extra interest burden that we have to carry. And manufacturer also is not very happy with a very high stock situation at dealerships, because it has different complications that come with it. So we are expecting that February they will regulate supplies and start the process of reduction. Definitely the stock situation which is there today cannot be reduced within a month. We understand that. But we expect the two-wheeler OEMs to start a reduction of inventory through moderated supplies this month. We hope that towards February end, that will be the process would have been completed at least midway, and we will see some stock reduction.
Ashish, would you believe that if indeed the inventory levels stay stubbornly high, if they do, then there would be a next round of discounts that the industry will have to give out in order to clear up this at a good pace?
Obviously, because a high stock situation, as I mentioned, is not beneficial to the overall ecosystem. So it has to be cleared. Now, whether you do it through higher discounts or you do it by regulating supplies is a call which the manufacturers have to take. We cannot, as dealers, actually comment on what road they would like to adopt. But I think going forward it will have to be done because it's not a healthy situation, and the dealer today is facing a tough situation due to this high inventory. So yes, if in case retails remain at the same pace, either they will increase the discount level and try and build up higher retails, or will have to reduce their supplies to the dealership in tune with the retail situation as of today. In passenger vehicles, we saw that with higher discount, there was a good movement towards end of December. As you can see, the numbers that we have put out, there is a 34% growth in registration in the RTOs that we've covered. So one of the key reasons was that most of the manufacturers of passenger vehicles extended their discount schemes from December into January. And there were a good number of new launches which sort of added to the overall excitement. And we could see consumer concluding his purchase decision. December, we had seen consumer interest being high, but somehow he was postponing his purchase decision, which towards end of December, we saw him concluding. So retail numbers in the last week of December were good, which gave confidence to the manufacturers to continue the discount schemes, and we have seen good results of that. So probably in two-wheelers that will have to be done if the situation so arises, because as I told you, that stock reduction is something which is important for both of us, the manufacturers as well as the dealers.
Okay, Ashish, my final question, which of the, because you would have a sense and a pulse of which of the brands are facing the highest amount of inventory pushback or the inventory level build up, where within two-wheelers, where within four-wheelers is the inventory looking particularly worrying?
So we are, as an association, we are not tracking brand-wise. We take a general feedback from all our dealers and we track the entire vertical. It won't be correct for me to comment because I do not have brand-wise data with me. But inventory levels as an entire vertical in two-wheelers is a cause of concern. So I think it will be fair to say that across brands, today the inventory level is high. Of course, based on the geography and based on the brand, it might differ between the range that we have given. But overall, two-wheelers as a vertical is carrying heavy inventory and the dealers are facing a high inventory situation. So I won't be able to comment on brand-specific inventory levels in that.
Okay, fair call, Ashish. We'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining us and giving us that perspective.